Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be discussing the intersection of two sorted linked lists. So let's get started. Our question is given two linked lists sorted in increasing order. We need to create a new linked list representing the intersection of two linked lists. The new linked list would be made with its own memory. The original list should not be changed. Means we need to create a new list. We don't need to modify the original list. And also the linked list elements are not necessarily distinct, which means the nodes which are there can be having repeated data. So let's go through one example. The first example states 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 as one list, 2, 4, 6 set as other list. So here the intersecting elements are 2, 4 and 6. So we return 2, 4, 6 as our new linked list. Next example is 10, 20, 40, 50 and the other list is 15, 40. So the output would be 40. Now in case if there is no intersection in the list, so you can imagine what will be the case. We would return null there as we need to return a linked list. So the expected time complexity should be O of n plus m, and also the space which we are acquiring will be O of n plus m. So let's see the code first and then we would have the intuition behind it. So for finding the intersection of two lists which are represented here as A and B, if both lists are null, we are returning simply null. If A data is less than B data, then we would again go for intersection and we would move to the next element of A and B would remain the same. If A data is greater than B data, then we would go to B next and A would remain the same. In case these two conditions are not satisfied, which means A data and B data are equal, so we would create a temporary node which will create a new node with the value of A data, and then the node pointing to its next would be the next intersecting node of A next and B next. So here we are doing this through recursive calls, and hence we are returning temp at last because temp would be the head of the new list which we are creating. So let's see what we are doing actually here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and we have 2, 4, 6 and 8. Now what we do first is we have our head here, so A and B are initially here. This is, let it be A and this is B. Now A data is less than B data, which means 1 is less than 2. It is true, yes, 1 is less than 2. So what we will do, we will return intersection of A next and B. We move A to A next. This is done because as the list is sorted, the next element can match with the first element of the B because 1 was the smallest element which we encountered and the element pointing at B is greater than it. So hence we are moving forward in the list. So now we have A at 2 and B also at 2. Now A data is equal to B data. So both these if condition are not satisfied, and we move here. So we have temp equal to new node of a data. So a data is 2. Temp is pointing to 2 here. Now temp is pointing to 2, and temp next is the intersection of a next and b next. So we have, according to the function, now our a becomes 3, b data becomes 4. So we compare a data and b data. A data is less than b data, so we move a here and b is here only. Now comparing these two, these are equal, so we have 4 here, and its next would be the next intersection. So now we move a from here to here, and b from here to here. Again a and b are equal, so we have 6 here. After 6, a is moved to null and b is moved to 8. Now as a is becoming equal to null, it would return null, and hence the recursive call would stop, and we return temp, which is 2, 4, 6 null, and hence we get our output linked list. So this was the solution. Now let's compile and check. Let's submit. Hence our code is working fine. Hope you guys understand how to find intersection of two sorted linked lists. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.